The first rays of dawn slid across the hills of Edessa, turning the sky from deep indigo to soft gold. The world was waking, unaware that a miracle had just unfolded at its edge. Where once a frail, broken man lay in dust and pain, now stood Ayyub, strong, youthful, radiant as though carved from morning light itself. The fountain still bubbled beside him, shimmering with divine purity. Rahma stared at her husband through tear-blurred eyes, her hands trembling as she reached for him. "Ayyub, your face, your skin, your strength, is this truly the mercy we waited for all these years?" Ayyub cupped her hands gently. "My Lord does not forget. He delays only to deepen the gratitude." The return of blessings. The small clay hut where they had lived for years crumbled as if its purpose was complete. The earth around them began to tremble, softly at first, then with power. From the east clouds gathered, from the west winds rose, and from the heavens the decree unfolded. Then the rain began, not a gentle drizzle, but a cascade of life. It drummed upon the earth, washing dust from the hills, filling ravines, and turning barren fields into rivers of renewal. Ayyub lifted his face, letting the rain cool his brow. Rahma laughed through her tears, spinning beneath the storm like a child reborn. But something else was happening. As the rain struck the ruins of his lands, new crops sprang instantly from the soil, greener than before. Trees that had died years ago burst again into leaf and fruit. The burned remains of his barns rebuilt as though shaped by invisible hands. And animals, sheep and camels and cattle, appeared by the hundreds, gathering in herds that stretched to the horizon. The blessings poured down upon him the way the trials once had. The children returned. Rahma fell to her knees as another miracle unfolded. From the far road leading into the valley, young voices rose, laughter, singing, the pounding of many small feet. 12 children, healthy, beautiful, glowing with the vitality of youth, ran toward them. Behind them came more, sons and daughters beyond counting, restored by the decree of the Most Merciful. Rahma pressed her hands to her face and sobbed with joy. Ayyub whispered, "He took them for a time, so that our hearts would learn longing. He returns them, so our hearts may know gratitude." They embraced their children with trembling arms, the rain washing over them like a second creation. The humbled city. When the people of Edessa heard of the miracle, they rushed in crowds toward the valley. These were the same people who once whispered, "Surely he has sinned." They saw Ayyub standing strong, surrounded by his family, with fountains bursting from the earth and fields renewed in an instant. Shame covered their faces. One elder approached with trembling lips. "O Ayyub, we abandoned you, we doubted you, we believed your suffering was punishment." Ayyub placed a hand upon the man's shoulder. A man's trials are not a measure of his sins. They are a measure of his Lord's trust in him. The crowd wept. Even the mountain seemed to echo the truth of those words. The wisdom written for all generations. That night, as stars filled the cleansed sky, Ayyub stood beside the fountain that had restored him. He whispered, "Patience is not waiting for pain to end. It is trusting that every moment of pain has purpose." And it was said the angels carried those words into the heavens, where they remain recorded in the book of the righteous. Ayyub lived long after his trial, a life filled with gratitude, prosperity, and the remembrance of the Most Merciful. His story would be told for thousands of years, not as a tale of suffering, but as the greatest testament to faith unbroken.